My phone, the phone cut off again. But in closing, I'll say Andy Ruiz could beat Deontay Wilder because of his amateur pedigree, because of his style of fighting, because of his quick hands and quick feet. But Wilder's hands, at least, are about as close to, if not as quick, as Ruiz's hands. And Wilder has a longer reach. Wilder is much taller. He can fight off the back foot, and he has a great jab and a devastating, well, good jab when he wants to, and a devastating right hand. Devastating. So in closing, I'll say, no, I don't think Ruiz can defeat Wilder, but he could. I'll give it 70-30, maybe even 60-40, that Ruiz could beat Deontay Wilder. Yeah, Ruiz is that good. I think he's one of the premier heavyweights of today. If you notice the heavyweights, a lot of these heavyweights in America didn't start boxing young like they used to. And I say that's because a lot of them being big guys start off first in football or basketball. Like Deontay Wilder started off in basketball. And when they, for whatever reason, don't want to, either don't want to take the time and wait for years to develop as a football player or a basketball player in the colleges, as the professional sports systems are here in America, a lot of them gravitate towards boxing because they either want quick money, they didn't get drafted in the pros after they came out of college, or they got an injury before they finished college or something and had to box or whatever for whatever reason. And that's why you don't have a lot of really great American heavyweights. That's why some British heavyweights, like Tyson Fury, like he was, can be very skilled because they don't have like those other things distracting them from boxing. They don't have football. They have soccer, but they don't have American football. They don't have basketball. Not as much. They have it, but not as much as it's not as developed. The system is not as developed as here in America for getting pros. So boxing is what they mostly gravitate towards since they were at least teenagers. Now in the lighter divisions, you have a lot of good American boxers because football and basketball is not so readily available to them. So if they want to be athletes, they gravitate towards boxing. They want any kind of athletic career. So yeah, the biggest reason I give Andy Ruiz a chance, a great chance against any heavyweight today, is because of his amateur pedigree. I guess by him being a fat kid or whatever, but he didn't gravitate towards football or something. And by him being 6'2", not that tall for basketball, he didn't gravitate towards that. And plus, being heavy like he was, I don't think that he would have been picked on many teams for basketball when he was a youth. But I'll say I've heard that Andy Ruiz always loved boxing over everything else anyway, since he was 6 years old. So that whole spiel I gave about football and basketball might have never applied to him in the first place. But that's not the only reason I give Andy Ruiz a good chance against any heavyweight today. I give him a good chance also because, like I said, he's very talented as a boxer. He's very skilled as a boxer. He has a great amateur pedigree, and he has some of the quickest hands and quickest feet in the heavyweight division today. Maybe the quickest. I think his feet are probably quicker than Wilder's. I don't know. But I'll say his hands are just as quick. But since he has a shorter reach, like him having quick hands, Wilder negates all that because he has a longer reach and quick hands, about as quick as Ruiz's. Plus, I think I said this earlier in the video, Wilder can fight on the back foot, because we saw that when he fought Duhaupas. But if Andy Ruiz uses his hands up on his face like this, as a shell, like to call it a turtle, the way that Duhaupas did, and he having quick feet to be able to get in like he could give Wilder all kinds of hell. So tell me what you think, folks. If you like, hit the like button and please subscribe. Peace. I said I wasn't going to talk about the Tyson Fury fight, but I must. And I took two things away from that fight last night. Tyson Fury battles Otto Wildin, or as I call him, Otto Wildin out. Because he showed wild out on Tyson Fury's ass last night. Tyson Fury is either back on crack, or either, since he lost all that weight, he doesn't know exactly where his best weight is in the ring. Because we see him coming heavy against, what's that cat he fought? Tom Schwartz at 260 something, and we saw him come in at 250 something against Wilder, and again at 258 or 256 against Wilder, and he came in lighter at 254 against Wildin, Otto Wildin out. So that says to me that he might not exactly have an idea of where his best weight would be, and that his camp does not have a good idea yet, and that he's trying out different looks as far as his weight goes, and he may have. I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. A heavyweight, because I'm a heavyweight. I was 6'5" guy, and I used to fight at 260. I was very muscular. I had a belly somewhat, but I was very muscular and could fight. And I didn't know I kept going up and down the scale. I didn't know what my best weight, and I finally found it to about 255 or something. And a heavyweight, if he's even 4 or 5 pounds off of his right weight, could either be too bogged down or too drained. I know that for a fact because it's happened to me many times. Well, not many times, but a few times. Tyson Fury, well, I don't know if he was that drained because he finished 12 rounds strong. Okay. So I wonder if Tyson Fury, I know he drinks. He always, talk about drinking beers and such. After his fight with drug addiction, tell you the truth, just because Fury used cocaine does not mean he was drug addicted. There are people I know who use even crack. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but there are people I know who have used crack for fun, entertainment, and socially. I mean, use crack socially. But when they wanted to quit, or when they had to get a job or whatever and had to be tested, they just quit, no problem, and never went back to it. The same with alcohol, other drugs. I see people do this for bare water, alcohol, cocaine. You see, just because someone indulges a lot in these substances, and I know this, like I said, this sounds crazy, does not mean that they're addicted to it. I grew up around addiction. I've seen addiction since I can remember. And a lot of people, seriously, a lot of my cousins were fucking addicts, but a lot of them, a lot of friends I knew were not addicts. They just quit when they wanted to and never went back to it. Seriously. Or some of them just used it uh, as a casual drug at parties and when they were around friends, and then didn't need it the rest of the time. They go to work, come home, but they have addicts like that that's called functional addicts. But these people were not addicts at all. They get fucking sloppy drunk over the weekend and work all week. I know, like I said, they have functional alcoholics and addicts like that. But these people were really not addicts because they didn't get drunk or high every weekend, only when they was out partying. I've seen it. I've seen my cousin snort enough cocaine to take out what's this dude with uh, uh, Black Sabbath? Everybody talks about. He's good too, cause I'm a Black Sabbath fan. But I seen my cousins take more drugs than Mick Jagger than the whole Rolling Stones put together, and only when they were partying. And then for weeks and weeks or whatever, they didn't touch anything. I've seen this. When they wanted to quit, they just quit. But that, this is not for everybody. I think that was a third of the population have the chemical deficiency in the brain to actually become addicts. But most people don't. I think I do because you see I'm puffing on a cigar. Well, I was never a drug addict. But anyway, I'm not passing judgment on Tyson Fury. I don't know if he was actually an addict or if he was just a recreational user. I don't know. And I don't know if he's back on drugs today. But it would appear that something has made Tyson Fury have a sharp decline in his boxing skill. Because even the way he fought Tom Schwartz to the way he fought Otto Wallen today, last night is a big fucking difference. We can say Tom Schwartz was not as good as Otto Wallen. I don't know what that if that's possible because I don't think Otto Wallen was that good. But we don't know. But I've been around boxing all my life, and believe me, Otto Wallen is not that good. So Tyson Fury must have had, for some reason, had a sharp fucking decline in his boxing skills. I don't know what that was, what that is, but it's open to question, is Tyson Fury back on drugs? I don't know. Some people will say, well, that's why he was only 254. But some people will say, well, he would have had a sharp decline in weight. But some people I knew was on drugs. Some girls I used to fuck with was on crack cocaine, and they didn't lose a pound to under 200 pounds. Because I always fuck with big girls, gorditas, with big old hips and behind, and tits and such. And they were crackheads like a motherfucker. And they weren't functional. A lot of them were on the street crackheads. But I fucked with them because, well, they look good. And I was never the type of guy, who I was there with she got to be a virgin, because, I was never out there looking for a wife anyway. I was just fucking around. But get back to what I was saying. Tyson Fury, I don't know. I'm not passing judgment on the man, but I'm just saying all things are open to question about Tyson Fury's performance and a sharp decline in his boxing skills in such a short period of time. It could be alcohol. Maybe Tyson Fury substituted cocaine with alcohol. I've seen many people do that, where they don't see alcohol as as big a scourge or demon as cocaine, because alcohol gets you in the long run, cocaine will get you in the medium run. You notice I didn't say short run, because it normally takes a good 15, 20 years to die from cocaine. Where it takes, well, sometimes shorter. Let me take that back. I mean, different people are different, but people view cocaine as being a much more drastic and chronic than alcohol, when actually, to me, it's not. All that shit. But anyway, baby Tyson Fury, just being a big man like that, has, they say heavyweights have a longer storage, have a longer time of boxing than can last more years than like the smaller weights in boxing. But Tyson Fury is a huge 6'9" person. When you start getting like that, maybe over 6'7", maybe it reverts back. I don't know. I know I'm 6'5" and I have a very durable body, but I still injured maybe more than the smaller people did, smaller guys did. I know when I got to MMA, I injured, not a lot, but I injured, and my injuries were more severe than smaller guys. But I don't know. You let me know what you think. Is Tyson Fury back on some kind of substance? Is he abusing his body again? Or is the sharp decline coming from the fact that he had previously abused his body, and that only gave him a short period of time to do what he does, and that when he came back to fight Deontay Wilder, he was on borrowed time as far as his physical ability to perform at a high level? Is that it? Or is he suffering from some type of substance abuse again? Thank you. Please press the like button and subscribe. Peace.